TV recycling is dangerous, but through proper technology with the ALR4000 we were able to safely segregate the hazardous mercury containing components, which allows us then to recycle metals in the plastics and circuit boards and other parts of the LCD and TVs and monitors.
We are focused on 100% zero to landfill, and we do 100% recovery. So everything has an absolute full reuse cycle on it. Nothing gets thrown into landfill at this company.
The LCD TVs have increased by about 5% over the last 2 to 3 years. What we have noticed is that the LED TVs coming through are replacing the LCDs that are on the market, but the LCD TVs still have a hazardous component that we need to manage and properly recycle here in Ireland.
On a weekly basis, we're probably taking around 32 tonnes in on a mix between monitors and TVs. So at the moment the robot's running 60 screens in an hour.
It allows us to go from small monitors, maybe 15-inch up to 90-inch TVs. What the ALR4000 allows us to do in KMK Metal Recycling is to recycle the LCD TVs and monitors in-house. Where we see most of our savings is on a transport, whereas previously we would have to export the material and transport the material out.
So we've dramatically reduced the amount of material that is exported and the amount of movements we have in shipments, so that has reduced our carbon footprint and also benefited the environment.
And we get the revenues generated from the plastics and from the metals that we recycle from the TVs. Well, the full manual disassembly of the monitors takes us in the region of probably 5 minutes per monitor, whereas now it allows us to process a monitor once every 60 seconds.
Process that could technically take 4 to 6 bodies to do, the machine cuts it out. Plus, I know 100% that the extraction of mercury and stuff like that is done precisely well, and the filters are taking care of it. So my staff is 100% safe in the process.
There's a recycling benefit, there's an environmental benefit, there's an economic benefit. There's also the benefit of a bit of fun. It's a lovely showstopper, it's a lovely machine to present, to show off.
Over the last 2 to 3 years we've worked very closely with Votechnic, so working in partnership has been very beneficial for the company in terms of improving our process and increasing the range of materials that we can recycle.
From my experience, operating the machine is very simplistic, so I think it's fantastic in that sense.
The ALR4000 journey actually started back at the ALR1000 and a research project in the University of Limerick. And we developed this technology that was funded by the Environmental Protection Agency to meet this remit from an environmental perspective of how do we deal with waste LCDs. We came up with a process, spun it out into Votechnic, and then Votechnic took it forward through another 3 technology development rounds to bring it to the ALR4000 now, which is market ready and deployed. The ALR4000 is designed to have specific impact in the market in a sector that is very heavily based on manual labour. And with the coming decarbonisation and the targets we have to meet as a society and countries, we really need to up our game in terms of our ability to recycle the volumes we handle and how our workers are dealing with it. And the ALR4000 is basically an enabler for the market for the future. And in addition, technologies like this that help us get back our raw materials at high speed and enable it to be profitable and environmentally friendly, but also sister technologies that open the way for indium recovery and downstream critical raw materials that we need in our technologies going forward. And as part of the decarbonisation process, we need wind and photovoltaic technologies, and they're heavily dependent on our access to these critical raw materials, which we do actually have in our products. So recycling becomes a closed loop way we can access them.